two, just regular two guys just having conversation. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. I'm eating some fruit right now. I always keep it light whenever you're busy. Your diet, you always want to eat things that always have a high alkaline level. When it comes to food, if you have a busy lifestyle, busy work, you definitely want to eat things. You don't want to eat fried foods. You don't want to eat grease, a lot of cheese, and really not heavy on meats. That actually changes your energy. So
I
when
ain't gonna
you're
lie to you.
busy, you want to eat fruit.
Well, it's funny. It's funny you said cheese because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Yesterday, I had I posted on my little short. I had Baker's Pizza. That's one of my favorite junk food pizza. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I normally, what I'm
No
saying, when
doubt.
I do that, I eat that on my own day. You know what I'm saying? So and
Oh yeah, is it
it's
Becker's
not,
Pizza?
yeah, Baker's. You heard of it, right? Yeah,
I like Becker's.
yeah. They
Becker's Pizza. Good.
yeah they had, okay. The one I normally go to is out here in Gary Indiana's on Broadway, and then they had opened up another one on Lake, so which is real closer to me. But every time I call, it was closed.
Okay.
So I talked to the lady when I picked up my order over there on Broadway. She was telling me that they closed due because they wasn't getting enough, I guess, revenue, like customers coming in and stuff like that. But she said, so I
Right.
said, well, well, she said this was their second attempt, whatever. So I'm like, oh, really? Because she said the first time, I guess something happened where it kind of flooded, so they had to shut down, restart over, and
Right.
this and stuff like that. So I'm looking like,
Right.
man, but I was like, I don't want to say exactly where I'm at. Y'all told you already know where I'm at, but at the same time, she said, well, maybe want open up where you at, and I said, oh man, that's even better because I think
Right.
where I live at is I think it's a little bit more people, so you might get lucky. And I thought I'd tell her, I
Right.
said, I meant to tell her a spot where she could go at is which is it's not downtown of it, but at the same time, it's still kind of like a little bit center of the town. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, if they put it there, I think they'll get lot more. And on top of that, it's it's a high school and it's a movie theater.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
even though I know movie theaters have pizza, but they look high. You look like this if you pregame before you go to the show, or
Mm-hmm.
you know how high school kids are. You know what I'm saying? If they have like games during the summer, whatever, you know how because they prepare for the season, whatever, or whatever the case how it go. You got a pizza joint, even though they
Right.
got the other pizza joint but I feel like they outbeat Papa John, Domino's, Pizza Hut. I don't even know if they even have
Right.
Pizza Hut in it. Over, I be honest with you, where I stay at, but I know Papa John's definitely there, and I feel like they pizza is better. Even there's other pizza called Jet Pizza over here. And I'm like, nah.
Jet. I heard him.
You heard of them?
Yeah. Two
Yeah, yeah.
thumbs down on Jet Pizza. Two thumbs down on that. I tell you, what's the most classic pizza, man? True, if you're a true Midwest Chicagoan, how many of those remember Illuminati's Pizza?
Illuminati
That's
Pizza.
the original Chicago's pizza.
For real?
Yeah, Illuminati's. Downtown, right there, right off Roosevelt and State. The original. Then you got Home Run Inn, which is like a classic, a
When
throwback
you say
classic.
when you say long time ago, that got to be long time ago because a number two buildings and the old police station. Remember the old headquarters used to be over there by Roosevelt State. Now they on
Yeah.
35th now. You know what I'm talking about? That big
Uh-huh.
tall white. I don't know if it's still there or not. Where the headquarters used to be at, and they moved it.
Right.
You know what? Sometimes I be like, be saying, how like you be listening to old people, they be telling these stories. I feel like I'm in that spot now where I
Yeah.
be telling, remember this and that. And I'm like, dang, I don't want to sound too
Uh-huh.
old, but it's like, but fuck it, you know, you have to, you like you was there, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, it is what it is.
No doubt.
So
Classic, man. Illuminati's Pizza, but also Home Run Inn was like an 80s classic for me as a kid growing up.
pouring in,
Home Run Inn Pizza.
uh, you know
Yep.
though. Okay, it was. It's funny you mentioned it. It was home went in, and then I would say, "Hey, happy birthday." Somebody say, "Hey, it's my birthday." I don't know if you see the
Oh,
comment.
shout out. Happy birthday.
Yeah. Another person said they from India. Hey, okay.
Oh,
Uh,
love from
Chad,
India. Man, what's up, man?
what's that? Chajay, whatever. I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
T-Josh, T-Josh. Hey, man, love from India, man. Shout out.
Yeah, yeah. So, it was, and then you had your neighborhood piece of joint. I don't know how you heard of Italian Fiesta.
Italian Fiesta. No, I haven't.
Right. Okay. So it was on the
I
south
haven't.
side. It was a joint called Italian Fiesta. They used to be, to me,
Right.
I don't know if they changed or not. And they was good. And then as I got older, it's like something changed. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it gave you the BG, dude. I wasn't trying to have those. I said I can't mess with that pizza. So
Okay.
you're welcome. And say how you doing? Oh, we both doing fine. We just having a little conversation.
Doing
They
good,
said,
man.
yeah, yeah. So I appreciate it.
Chopping it up, man. Chopping it up.
So so
Yeah,
now
man. But you know what's funny? Uh-huh.
what's up? So now I'm about to say, well, now my go-to two piece of joint that I like, which is now is Bagers and Giordano.
Yeah, facts. Giordano's really good. You know, their competitor is Geno's East. That's their north side version of
Um,
Giordano. But it's
I know,
not like Giordano's quite, but you know what I'm talking about, all
I
right?
know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's their competitor, Geno's East. Yep.
Uh,
But yeah, definitely Vegas Pizza, Giordano's. Yeah, that's those are the joints, man. It depends how how doughy I'm feeling. If I want a thicker crust, I'll hit up Giordano. If I want more of a just a wide slice, hearty ingredients, then I'll hit up Beggars. If I want a pizza pie, if I want a pizza pie with some
uh,
thickness, yeah, I gotta hit up.
Giordano. Now, you know though, you know how when you little, because it's so fascinating, and this and that was it was good, but I can't do a pie. I mean, like I call it a cake. You call it a pie. I call it a cake because that
Yeah, pizza
motherfucker be
pie.
always. So yeah, we from
Yeah,
Chicago.
it's
Another person said,
right.
"What's the live stream about?" This regular conversation. This was live stream about. It could be about anything. It could be about relationships. It could be about what we talk about now, places that we grew up on. Uh, if it's something that you feel like that you want to have answers to your question, if we have the answers to your question, we answer it. You know what I'm saying? But also we talk about back in, like right now we talk about back in the days as we're coming up and stuff like that. It can be about anything. That's what's called wine time. Let's talk. It don't have to be a specific title or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? We just talking. Just if you want to chime in, chime in. I'm reading your comments as they're coming up. So my niece on
Yeah.
here now. She said, "Hey, yeah."
Okay, what's up? What's up? Shout out. Oh, my man from India said, "Where we from? From Chicago, Chi-Town, USA,
He said you.
Midwest."
I also said you want to talk about the about the country. What's that? Palestinian? Pa-
Oh,
Pakistan. My fault.
Pakistan country.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, I mean Pakistan. Well, I know a good brother that works. That works with us. He's out of Pakistan. I know Pakistan is known for their beautiful mountains and scenery. It's a lot to culture. There is a cross reference between India and Pakistan, but there is a difference in the food and slightly different in culture. But Pakistan and India is very similar to us. So I know a little bit about Pakistan. I personally like Pakistani food and I also like Indian food too. So on the conversation of food, shout out to T House from India. I actually got a little. I got taste buds for Indian food, actually. You know, so just a little what's up on that. But yeah, I actually like Indian and Pakistani food, actually.
Well, actually, I may have it and probably didn't know it. That's why I say I do need to travel. Look, dude, I got vacation time coming up now, and I'm just trying to make this uh idea where to go before it gets too close to, because the closer you get to, it gets higher. When you make reservation ahead of time, things are a little bit cheaper. I just don't want to get too close
Right.
and it get a little costly. You know what I'm saying? Right
Yep.
now, right
Yep.
now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to do maybe like a out of country type trip, but at the same time, I'm spooked because so much going on with this so-called Trump thing going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like he messing it up with everything. Oh wow! He said last week terrorist attack in.
Pakistan terrorist attack in Kashmir incident. People. Oh wow! TS, I actually missed. Yeah, I missed that update on news.
Yeah,
Wow.
I already hear
Those
that. To be honest
to
with you, condolences to the
yeah.
people that are losing their lives out there. You know, you know, it, it's a sad moment because to me, I just feel like you would think. To me, I would say you think all the history that's going on, how that it just show you that war or terrorism, none of this stuff gets nowhere. It just causes a lot of death. You know what I'm saying? There's really
Mhm.
no purpose. Um, to me, I feel like it's all about somewhere along somebody had a disagreement, and somebody didn't like what somebody else said or what you get what I'm saying. Like for example, I don't know. I came across. I saw. It was the press. The dude. I guess someone that Trump picked to have this conversation with, right? And
Mhm.
he didn't like the fact that dude was actually checking him about certain things, right? He talking about that guy that they sent off and dang, I be having the countries in my head. I think was it Salvador or whatever. And he sent a dude that ain't supposed to have been sent because this was put into order a long time ago. Do not deport this person at all. This guy, right? They with Trump deport and try to make it sound like, oh, he's a gang. He had MS-13 on his hand, and at the same time, it was Photoshop. So the guy told him it
Oh wow.
was, but yeah, I'm gonna send you the interview. I don't know if you watched the other stuff that I sent you, but I'm gonna send you what dude when
Mm.
dude checked him, he got mad at him because he
Yeah.
was he was fact checking him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, man, right now,
Wow.
you said the process is going on. Oh man,
Mm.
so sorry to hear that, man. Seriously.
Wow. That's crazy. But throughout the world, and I was watching this documentary, but there's a big complex system of terrorist organizations throughout the world, and they actually strategically, place themselves in various countries to create a certain chaos, to create political turmoil, to bring countries against each other. A lot of the terrorism that's
Oh,
happening all over the world, such as my man T. Haas was saying over in Pakistan, and you got terrorist attacks going on in Africa and countries like Yemen and various parts of the Middle East. What's going on is these are all it's basically a complex network web of terrorism, and they're strategically designed to create a certain level of chaos to give a certain reaction out of the UN, the Arab Emirates, very diversified, they're very different, how can I say, reactions to create a political turmoil amongst countries and nations, various nations. This is all a political move, man. And that's also religious. And so what people got to realize is that propaganda is a big fueler of all this. So we got to be careful what we read, what we see, how we react to things, because that also triggers a certain mindset amongst nations. and that also triggers further violence that aids with the terrorism.
Yeah, if you don't know how to read between the gray areas, you're gonna always
Yep.
somehow, like you said, as they said, when there's an action, there's a reaction. You're always gonna react to whatever they say if you don't know how to read between the gray areas because people panic. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah.
causes that fear, and then also you're scared, and then you're gonna do something that you might regret because you're not fully trying to understand it. You know what I'm saying? It just
Right. Right.
it was like this. It's like an incident that happened, and I said I wanted to do something, and I was telling my child this here, and I said if I were to react, I said I would have been in jail. But guess what? Me being in jail wouldn't benefit you right now. So I had to
Right.
rethink for me to yes, I'm gonna be mad, but at the time that person is gonna get their time no matter what happened. But I need to be here with you now. I'm not no good being somewhere
Yep.
else. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you don't think that hurted me, not knowing I wanted to do something I couldn't really do it. I had to let it kind of fly because I know if I
Hmm.
react that person, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
and and, and knowing that you you would not would be really in a good safe place. Now, if I knew if you was really going to be taken care of and in a safe place, I would have made that reaction because I'm like, okay, cool, they cool, but at the same time, still had a lot to lose. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's the thing that you know uh, with people who just don't just I just feel like there's people who have a cold heart. Period. You know what I'm saying? Right
Yep.
now, this dude at this office. And all this due to because of racism, dude. We already know that's what he fed off the base of racism. Cause be honest with you, he don't care about nobody but
Mhm.
himself. He played on it.
That's him.
You know how like when you know somebody was vulnerable and you are cool and you play on that, you know what to say, what to do, and all that. And that's what he did. He played on these vulnerable people because
Yep.
he I don't know, but man, look.
Yeah. It's crazy,
So,
man. You know.
but that's
I mean, he's got the mindset. He sees the country for his own benefit, but also he sees the country as a business and in a very selfish manner. The thing is, when he implements all these changes and stuff like this, there's a gradual process to this. Nations have to adjust. Um, people have to adjust to certain progresses and change.
yeah,
He's pretty much an all or nothing type. He's all or nothing, 100% or nothing, and that's not really how the world works. That's not how nations works. That's not really how politics works. There's a gradual process. There's a dialing up system to this. It's not just I signed this, boom, right away. Oh, I signed this, boom, right away. That's not how nations are organized. That's not how nations are ran. That's not really how politics should be ran. That's not how laws and processes are done. It's not. It's never a sum zero or all or nothing zero. T, as my man said, what he said, Hindu religions, innocent people are gone when they told Hindu they killed. Oh wow! So it's basically just a jump subject here, but it's basically this is a religious war, a
oh,
religious war. Wow. Yeah,
yeah,
Minister Modi. I've heard about him. I don't know. I haven't read in depth about it, but I'm familiar with the name. Yeah, the Prime Minister of India. Yep. Wow. Yeah, but a lot of this stuff is, like race wars, religious wars. Man, this stuff has been going on since ancient times, man. Ancient times, over 2,000 years ago. A lot of this stuff is old, old news that's basically rehashed and repackaged in a different way on top of with a sprinkle of propaganda.
yeah,
You know,
exactly, exactly.
you look at Israel and Palestine. That war has been going on since the time of Christ, man. That war is literally a 2,000-year-old war plus. You read about that in various historical religious books as well. You know,
Ain't
like I
like you
said,
sound
in
like
India, all there is welcome. Oh, okay, okay. But primarily, India is mostly. I know in the central India is. I know the language they speak is Gujarati. They speak Gujarati, but I think universally, I think India is Hindu from for the most part. Hindu, maybe Muslim, depending on the part, but I think it's mostly Hindu. I know the Bhagavad Gita, various religious books are originated out of India. India is one of the oldest cultures to exist. Just to jump talking about India for a little bit, but you think about
no,
speaking
it's
of
all
religion
good.
and huh?
I said no, it's all good. Hey, look, you teaching me
Yeah, man. Hey, India is one of the oldest religions, man. I mean, have one of the oldest cultures and religions. Buddhism was spawned out of what came from the roots of Hinduism. A lot of your old ancient texts, Sanskrit, all that stuff came out of India, man. So India's a very old culture. But yeah, it's a lot of turmoil in India too, man. Pakistan, all in the Nepal, all those neighboring countries around there, Bangladesh, uh, all those neighboring countries, they all have their little turmoils over there too. I know it's a lot of
Oh, he just asked you
yeah,
the book name called how you pronounce
Maha-
that?
Mahabharata. I haven't. I know the Bhagavad Gita, but I'm not familiar with that. Mahabharata. Unfortunately, I might be butchering the name a little bit, but it somewhat rings a bell. But I'm familiar with the Bhagavad Gita. I know that's the religion, the Hindu religion. That's the book that where a lot of the principles of Hinduism is written and understood from. I've read that book. I've read it. I read the Bhagavad Gita a long time ago. But yeah, um, yeah, I know India. India's a very ancient culture, man. It's a very beautiful culture. It's so much diversification there. I've read a lot about India. Yeah, no doubt. Shout out, man. Definitely, definitely. I will. Actually, I'll look that up. I'll look that up. But yeah, T House, man.
Same here. You know,
Yeah,
like I said, listen to you. I'm like I never because you
yeah,
remind me of my boy Brandon. He reads a lot of stuff too. Me,
yeah, yeah,
I read just a few. I don't, you know what I'm saying, but
yeah, right.
that's
Yeah,
on me. You know what I'm saying. So, but I,
Ramayana book. Okay, okay, Ramayana. Yeah, a lot of the yogic principles come out of that book. A lot of the yogic principles, a lot of principles like the philosophy and the theory of yoga and meditation came out of that, man. Yeah. Actually, speaking of, India is they have one of the oldest armies that ever lived too, that enforced a lot of that. My state is the okay city. Okay. Where is that in India? Is it like in central India, southern India? Is it northern?
oh, he said in other words,
Okay. Okay.
you get inspired.
Okay. I'm always a man for inspiration. I like to read new things. Here's the thing about people and culture, man. The more you diversify yourself and really read about culture and people, the better you are in life. You understand different psychologies. You understand why people do what they do, think what they think. Because a lot of our thought processes comes from our environments. But if you only know only your hood, like if I only knew the hood of Chicago and I can't network with various other cultures, the Hispanic culture, the Indian culture. Oh, okay. T, I said South India. Okay. South India. All right. That's what's up. All right. That's cool. That's cool. India is actually on my travel list.
Oh,
I
for
know
real?
some people from Central India. I would like to step foot in India, man, to kind of see what's good out there, man. It's a huge country, but I would like to at least start off in, I like to probably do Central India. I know in Chicago, a lot of the Indian culture is from more Central India.
He said
Oh,
when you
when you
become
become
true.
my source city, it's a historical place. Oh, okay. There is a palace in my source. Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah, I will, man. I will, man. India's definitely, man. One of my favorite jump the ship a little bit. One of my I don't know if you ever heard India's famous DJ artist Punjabi MC. He came out with like a really cool hip hop blend of traditional Indian music and hip hop, which actually took off. Yeah, it took off. But India's trying to come up on the hip hop scene a little bit.
He said his brother working in the
My
UK.
brother working in the UK. Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's definitely on the travel list to hit up India and see what's good about people, the culture, the food. I like Indian food. South Indian food. The food is spicier in South India. I've had South Indian style food. If you're free now, come search it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess probably after the live, I'll get a chance maybe Google it in, see what's good. Yeah. Punjabi MC. Yeah, he's a DJ. Yep. Yep. And he rocks the crowd with that music too. Believe it or not, man. This one
You
Indian
know
DJ,
what?
man, Punjabi MC, he kills it. This dude, he throwing this one song that came out like maybe 10, 20 years ago, and he throw that same song on and it just killed. It takes off. Yep. All he
Man,
wants to know are you on Instagram.
to be honest with you, man, I didn't expect to get someone who from somewhere else to chime in on this live. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that's love, man. That's love. That means you stretching farther than you think you are, man. That's love, man. Shout out to T-House, man. Hey, man, shout out to you, man. I really appreciate you showing your love tonight, man. About India and what's going on in India and just the realities with the terrorism. That's very insightful and eye-opening. I actually want to research that news headline on that. I didn't get really just a chance to dive into it, but now that you brought it to the light, I may check it out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it definitely,
but
need to keep you informed. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something
yeah,
going on somewhere that you do not, that the news, what they call it, the main media don't really cover. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know how they said you gotta go by word of mouth, what's going, what's happening, what's going on, stuff like
right,
that. So that's why I say I'm
right,
glad, like
right.
I'm glad, like the platform like YouTube or to me, I feel like YouTube is the best to me for us, a better platform than like TikTok. I'm not knocking the other ones like TikTok like that. But that to me that's more of a younger generation. That's more for them
It
or
is. It is.
older people who still trying to fit in that type of into their kids era what they supposed to be an adult. That type of looking for validation. You know what I'm saying? Like old
Right,
but trying to be young type. You know that's
right,
why
right.
that's why I don't get on that. That's why I'm on that platform like TikTok, Snapchat. Um, man,
No,
it's so
and
many
it's
of them.
very chopped up. It's edited.
It's so many of them though. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
got the basic.
yeah.
I got the basic like Facebook, Instagram, and but even then you had to think about before Facebook and Instagram. Remember back then was Black Planet for black, for Black culture and MySpace. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so,
right. Space, Black Planet. Oh
so
yeah, I remember Black Planet in the '90s. That was a big thing in the '90s. Oh, you
and,
see Indian news. You know what? See, I actually sometimes I do check out world news. I was checking out BBC, but the problem BBC is too propagated. But I do check out world news. I don't really keep up with Indian news, but now that you brought it to light, I'm gonna start paying attention to what's going on in that part of the world. But I do check out some world news in the morning. Sometimes I do listen to world news and what's going on because Americans, we live in this box, man, and I always try to keep myself outside the box and know what how the world is really ticking,
right,
because
you
that
know,
will affect us.
yeah.
That will affect us for sure.
Hey man, look, check this out. My friend, she had a birthday on the 18th, right? And I had a conversation with her because like they always have this hype with Mariah Carey. I'm not knocking Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey, cool. But I said, if it came to someone that you want to listen to all day, for us a white chick, even though Mariah supposed to be mixed, right? I said,
Mhm.
would it be Mariah Carey or Tin Marie would you listen to all day? Like as a on the road type stuff, you want to like really like cruise like Smokey Robinson, like he said cruise, like that type of
Yeah.
melody. Like who would you really listen to? Would you listen to Tin Marie or would you listen to Mariah Carey?
Oh, I'll be. I don't know, man. Mariah Carey's annoying to me too, especially looking at her now. Like that's the image I got in my head, bro. Like, nah, she's annoying, man. That high pitched voice and nah, I'm cool. Honestly, man, outside the box, I don't know. You remember Shanice or Maya?
You talking about Shanice Flex wife
I
that you
like
talking
your
about?
smile. Remember she came out with
Yeah,
the song "I
yeah,
Like Your
yeah.
Smile." Do, do, do,
We
do,
both
do.
work at the airport. She said, they said, so what do
Yeah,
you?
yeah, she like that.
Yeah, we
We work
work
at
at
the
the airport.
airport, man. We're travel blows. We fly. We work to fly, man. We're passport bros in a sense, you know. We like to fly. I like to work to travel, man. But man, you know what? I like Shanice, man. That I can hear that voice. She got a voice to her, and just the way she talk is I can just hear her just talk about anything, man. I can listen
You jump
just to
on
jump the
Shanice.
box.
I mean, that's all I said. Tim Marie or Mariah Carey. You jumped all the way to Shanice, and
Yeah, man. That
she only
she came to mind, but I would say Kim Marie. I would say Marie though. Give me her, not Mariah Carey. Squash that.
thank you.
She's annoying, man.
Uh, the
Yeah,
guys you see on the ground that unloads the plane, that load the plane, bring the planes in. Well, we do other little stuff, but that's the main uh work description, as they call it, with rep service. So that's what
yeah,
at the gate. So
yep,
uh,
yep. That's what we do, bro. So, and we travel, bros. We work to do this. Fly off, man.
yeah.
But yeah,
Anyway,
man.
I,
I would say, yeah, I would have to pick her, man. Mariah
yeah,
Carey, nah, she's annoying. Yeah, actually.
I listen to Tina Marie all day, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what
Yep,
I'm
she
saying? That
agree.
just
Yep.
me. That just me. You know. And like I said, I'm not knocking Mariah for the things, but like when her very first came out, like that was doing what was that, like 90? What year
Probably like 94.
was it? 90? Was it?
Yeah, right. Yeah, she
Vi-
been out
vi-
for a while, almost 30 years.
Vision of Love. I thought it was like the early. I would say, was it like 92, 91, 92?
No, it's a little bit late. I would say 94, 95 when she dropped. Because I remember she did the song Dream Lover. Dream Lover. She was in this field. And
Well, well,
anyway, it's annoying.
but her first one was Vision of Love.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. But that still was more like a 94 album, I think. 94 song. Somewhere around 93,
I
94.
I am. He's not. And asked, "Are you married?" I said, "I am, but you not."
Oh no, I'm single, man. Passport bro, single, man. Okay, 1 year back, I got married. Okay, congratulations, man. You got married, no doubt. No doubt, man. I hope that really blesses and prospers for you, man. Live long and prosper for sure with that.
Yeah,
God bless. Yeah, good job. Yeah, no doubt, man. Thank you. Really appreciate you showing your love tonight, man.
man, tell me about it. So, but I can tell you humping your butt out because it is warm outside today. I said, man, I'm enjoying. I went to the store, man. I just got little trinkets and stuff. I got my I would my refills. I got a lot of people don't realize I take. Man, I've been taking vitamins all my life, and I wasn't gonna stop. Even when I
Yeah.
moved, my mother got me on it. You know what I'm saying? As a young age, you know what I'm saying? Like the multivitamins and
Yep.
stuff.
My
Not
mom
the
too.
Flintstone, not the Flintstone, the regular multivitamin.
That's what I started out with the chewable Flintstone joints, man, or the gummy bears. Growing up was the gummy bears or the Flintstones.
So
Right, right.
Uh, um, yeah, and for some reason, before they put the form of the cod liver oil into the little gel, soft, whatever, you had to do the liquid. But when they put it in there, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
cool. So, but as I got older, I just added too. So I take cod liver oil tablets. I take magnesium, Truman, multivitamin, uh, 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 B12, uh, also stuff to keep your testosterone up. I take that.
Yep.
That's called
Yep.
boost.
I take that too. Yep.
Take that a boost.
Testosterone.
Uh,
Yep. I take that too.
and that's pretty. That's and I take it every other day, but like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, them little bears heart
Mm-hmm.
thing. I don't take it like that. I just take it every other because I don't need it like that. But just to have it in my system, I take it. You know what I'm saying? People think, oh, you too young. You never when it comes to what they call this cataract, whatever, something that pertains to your heart. Nah.
Yeah. Cataract. Oh, what do you say? T. I was going to say I need to talk. I need to ask Flying Man one question. Oh, I'm the Flying Man. Who's the Flying? I guess he's talking about me. I don't know. 'Cause I did this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
What's the
yeah.
question,
You
bro?
did. To have
Have
you
you watched KGF Kanata movie? No, no. What is that movie all about? I'm not familiar with that. Tell me what that movie's all about. Humanity first, no doubt, no doubt. Single is best. Of course, single is best, man. But I mean, I'll let the married man speak. I'll let the married man speak. But for me, single's best. Being a bachelor and a gentleman. You
uh,
know, women is a tricky subject, man.
oh Lord,
But that
I'm not
bachelor
gonna look.
lifestyle, man.
I put it like this: each is own for each own people. You know what I'm saying? As they said, there's
Right,
no
right.
judgment here. You know what I'm saying? There's no judgment because I want to say that I'm the type of person not going to convince him. Say, oh man, you should try the married life rule. When that time comes for anybody, when they know when they want to come unify, they'll know it. It's a feeling. You know what I'm saying? You just can't say what is better than for another because everybody is their own individual, so they know what's best. What would suit be best for them. And when you do unite, as you know, that's work too. You just can't. It's not just you no more. You know what I'm saying? You got it's everybody. And when I say
Mhm.
everybody, I mean you got kids, all that included. You as, as a guy, you all know you are the head. The head. You lead, and everything else follow. If you're on the same, that's the old term, same frequency. You understand. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, you know how they always say twins. That's how your wife should be. Like whatever you gonna say, she should be able to finish it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So pretty much everybody know their role, as they say, gender role. But I don't I just say everybody should know their role. Even your kids have a role, from the oldest to the youngest, whatever. Depending on how many kids, everybody have a role to play. You know what I'm saying? And
Right, right,
that's how your house stay in order. And that's like
right,
anything.
right.
That's a rank position that everybody has to play. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my philosophy on things. So you know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's a blockbuster movie. Okay, I gotta look it up. Google it. Hiro Yash. His middle name, a middle class boy. Now he's a top hero. So he came up from like humble means, and he's your cousin. Oh wow. So you're related to a famous Indian actor in India. That's dope, man. I gotta look that up. Hopefully they have it in English subtitle, man. I don't really know the language to be able to watch the movie through, but if they got an English subtitle, I'm down with that, man. So I'll sit through it. You know, I watch whole movies in Japanese with the English subtitles, man. The kung fu joints. So you know, it's just
Oh
one
man,
more.
hey, look. Next to Bruce Lee, and I ain't gonna lie to you, which is funny. I forgot the his name, the actor's name, but he played It Man. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He plays the character of Bruce Lee, kung fu master or whatever, karate, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You heard
Yeah,
of Ant, don't you? You seen that movie, right?
yeah.
I
Khan's
got
Island. Remember, in Enter the Dragon, the name was Khan.
yeah, but I'm saying though the next okay. Remember at first it was okay. Bruce Lee always gonna be my top martial artist, but then it was Jet Li. Then a dude came in that played the Imp Man. Then
Oh,
it
Tony
brought
Jaa? Yeah, the Thai guy, the Thai actor. Yep, he's dope too.
okay. You know what
Tony
I'm talking about.
Jaa.
That's
Yeah,
his
Tony
name.
Jaa.
Okay,
Hmm.
and
Yeah, man, I like him.
because also he played in John Wick. He played as the blind dude. Remember?
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about he played an It Man. I know you're talking about his I think it's something Wong. I know you're talking about though. Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He played the in John Wick 3, he played the blind dude with the sword cane.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Which I actually had one. I had one before. I went to Chinatown and bought me a sword cane just so I can have one. I want to be the pimp with a sword cane.
Oh,
I actually had a sword
they
cane, to be
said
honest.
it's an Amazon Prime movie name. It's part one and two. So now it made me look that up.
Well, KGF part 1 and 2. Okay. I'm just gonna punch it in, KGF. All right, that's what's up. I'll make that my weekend special. Or my I'm off, my 2 days, so I'll make that. I'll probably watch that tomorrow. Watch me
Are
an Indian joint.
you off Friday and
Huh?
Saturday? You said you off
Thursday,
Friday
Friday,
and
yep.
Saturday? Like,
Oh no, today
oh,
and tomorrow.
got
Yeah,
you, got you.
today and tomorrow.
Because
Yep,
I said,
today and
oh,
tomorrow. I'm back on
I
Saturday.
didn't know they had an RD, I didn't know they had an RDO. They had a Friday and Saturday. I said, well, I never seen that one. I'm like, damn, okay, you threw me off for a minute.
Yeah. Yep, Thursday, Friday. Yep. So I'm off today and tomorrow. So that's why I'm here this late, still, finishing up this air conditioning job, waiting for the vacuum to finish up.
So, mm. Hey man,
No doubt, no doubt.
I don't know if you've been watching my little shorts, right? It was one I just
Say it
said. I
again?
said, hey, I don't know if you watch one of my shorts, like the shorts on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I did catch them. Yep.
It was one that I said, Dave, do y'all hate us that much? Like I'm not saying all women, but it was just one like this. The guy asked a girl the question, like, do women need men? She said, no, but good thing her friend was already married, right? So she was married. She said, she like, yeah, we do. In other words, but she did spoke. She spoke pretty much for men. She said, yeah, we do need men. She said, in other words, she said, I ain't trying to do all that stuff. We here to be soft and nurture it, right? But she said, well, she
Right.
said, at least my man. You know what I'm saying? She looked like
Right.
she wasn't trying to agree with that BS. Oh, girl was spilling out. Like, go ahead, like you know what I'm saying. But
Hmm.
me, I know I need. You know what I'm saying. So it was just one of those. I came across. Oh Lord, man. Woo. Hey, but you got the. I think you got to watch. Follow her, man. She's real good. River. I told you I sent you. I sent you
Okay. All
a
right.
text, man, cause that's what mostly I post, like her little clips, man, cause she be like on the money on certain things, man. So,
Mhm.
man, I don't know, but
Jihad says, what
you,
do you
you know
say?
what?
Do
You know
you
what?
know?
You also kind of remind me of my boy Julian, though. He been single for a long, long time. I don't think that
Yeah.
joke is in a serious relationship. Period.
Mhm.
Was it Jeremy
I
Stock?
mean, Jeremy Stack. international composer. What kind of music does he composes? As far as international music for me, I tend to listen to more like international house music created, not any particular genre. I'm just open to if it sounds good, I'm down for it. Do I know offhand a lot of the international composers and artists? I don't. But if I hear the music, sometimes like, oh, okay, that rings a bell. I may have heard it. I try to open up my horizons. But my core is really jazz music and East Coast style hip hop. My core, like what I typically listen to most times, Mob Deep, Wu Tang Clan, and Jay Z, Nas. Then I'll switch up, throw some Thelonious Monk, Miles
We,
Davis,
we talked about that before.
Donald
Only two
Byrd.
only two people out of
Huh?
Wu Tang Clan. That only two person out of the Wu Tang Clan I listen to.
Oh,
We already know Math number one.
okay, yep, my man Math.
And at the time when he was living, ODB, because he was a
ODB,
comedian
yeah,
rapper. I feel like he was comedian rapper to me. His lyrics was
yeah,
stupid,
yeah. He
but
more on the
but
funny, crazy. Yeah,
yeah, and nobody else ever really did that stuff since then. Like
no, that was uniquely
that was unique, like all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
him. His personality was that was him. That was his personality into that music.
man,
But
yeah,
I like the sophisticated rappers like Jay. I like the RZA out of the Wu Tang. He was more with the science and the history. The RZA, the Jizza. Uh, those guys always want to drop the science, but then I like the street stuff that Raekwon would bring. He would bring the street knowledge. So me, and then again, I'm more so the RZA was more worldly about his lyrics and stuff about the world and different, and he was more about science. So I kind of gravitated to the RZA a lot. But I like them all. I like the whole Wu Tang. They all bring their own different flavor, man.
yeah, but I don't know. I think it's the the flow. It's a
Mhm.
flow thing to me. What catches my ear?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like Rakim, Beth.
yeah. Rakim, my
I
fan, always.
he he,
The R.
he was a he was able to me rap in a way where it's like he didn't ever use no profanity, which is funny. I always felt that way, but at the same time, I realized DMX, that was one of his favorite artists. He loved rap. He said, "Man," it was one of the interviews. He was like, "Man, I like the way you flow. Like you use no profanity, but we knew he was still street, but at the same time, he didn't use." And to find out reason why he didn't ever use no profanity because of his parents. As old as he was, he never used it because of his parents at the time. They were still living. And so
Right,
when he
right.
did, when he did try to come back out, I can't think what year it was. When he tried to come back out and he tried to use profanity, it didn't sound right because you're so used to him
Oh,
flowing a certain way. So
right, right. Yeah. No, where DMX, his cursing for him not to curse is the opposite. It's like, hold on, something doesn't sound right.
yeah,
DMX was the opposite. If he didn't curse, I'd be like, something wrong, man. You sick today or what? You ain't cursing. This ain't you. But
yeah,
yeah, man, music is music, man. I always tend to go back to jazz. Like most times, my easy listening is usually jazz, uh, non-vocal. I'll throw on some international world house music if I'm feeling kind of, bubbly. Like I just want something to nod my head and just get into a smooth groove. I'll listen to like
yeah.
jazz hop, which is basically jazz hip hop with a little bit of house music to it. Uh, I also like neo soul,
My
man.
bad, my bad. My bad. They said we didn't ask about that person. Okay, what about you?
You guys didn't ask about
About
a
like
lot about me.
pretty much. I feel like this. I guess we didn't ask because you threw other information out there that we didn't know about, and we responded to the other questions that you asked. So
Yeah.
you did, but you did ask him where he from. You asked, are he from the what part of
Yeah,
India
yeah,
from.
yeah.
You did ask that
That's
part. You
Prince.
have to say it from the South, but what about you?
Yeah, definitely, man. Tell us what you know. What's on your mind, man. Sorry, we get caught up in conversation, keeping the live stream going, but definitely, yeah, man. What do you want us to kind of know about you? I mean, what do you want to throw at us? No, no, you're not disturbing us, man. So with live stream, we jump from different subject matters and stuff like that, and we get caught in conversation, but we always try to get back to everybody in the chat and stuff like that. But no, that's just how the flow goes, man. Yeah, but yeah, hey, tell us what kind of music you like. Have you heard of jazz? Have you heard of like American style music? Hip hop artists. What's your favorite hip hop artist that you guys catch on to out there? What's big out there for you guys, Tijas? Tijas, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
Right. It's yeah. Now, that's why I didn't try. I just saw and I said,
Yeah. So what do you guys like American in terms of American style music? Is jazz, hip hop? What's influencing in like your part of town where you guys at in India?
matter of fact, that's one question I want to ask. How old are you? That it is pertaining to age difference too sometimes because I don't want to say
Yeah,
something.
that's true. That's true.
So
We're not. Yeah, yeah. The age matters. Oh, you like Linkin Park? Okay, so you're into alternative. Linkin Park. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, Linkin Park. I know about them. I don't listen to them, but I know what's up with them. I've met some people.
you
Oh,
mentioned
Wiz
your book,
Khalifa.
Wiz
Okay,
Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa, bro, man. Huh? Yeah,
Now I was laughing
Wiz
when I
Khalifa.
saw it. So what the rapper? I'm like, oh shoot.
Yeah, Wiz Khalifa. Yeah, yeah. He's internationally known. He's a DJ too.
And then also, I feel like when he mentioned that up, he's more in the young era. When he said Wiz Khalifa, not I don't listen to him. He's more he put like this. You know how like Snoop Dogg is our era. Wiz Khalifa is more of that era.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can tell you probably maybe a younger cat, T. Josh. We're a little bit more on a little bit on the older end. But yeah, I mean, I can relate, man. Lincoln Park, that's a little bit younger crowd, but I know who it is. I know who the group is, and Wiz Khalifa's on the younger. I'm familiar with Wiz Khalifa, but I don't listen directly. The stuff we were just talking about,
Right,
like Wu-Tang Clan, those are artists that came out like almost like 30 years ago, man. 90s.
right.
Those
And
guys dropped like the 90s, man.
how is the software field in the U.S.? What do you mean? I'm lost. Software.
How is how is software field in US? So you talking about our internet? I believe you're talking about maybe our internet. I'm not sure what you mean by software field. Okay, Bob Marley, internationally known. Bob Marley's an
Yeah.
international character, definitely. Yep. What my favorite song out of Bob Marley and the Wailers is "Natural Mystic." It's a very chill, kind of a meditative song. I like "Natural Mystic" out of the Exodus album, if you're familiar.
Well, one more.
Uh,
We jamming.
we jamming. Yep, that's my joint too. That's a good driving. I like to do that when I'm in traffic to keep my nerves down. My man said, "You mean IT company? I mean, oh, you mean um, I mean, I'm not an IT guy. I'm a mechanical guy. So outside of working at the airport, I'm a tradesman. So I work on mechanical systems. So I'm not really an IT guy, software field. I mean, United States, we do have some of the best software technology in the world. Some of our top. So just to answer that question generically, I would just say, yeah, we do have a pretty good, software field. Our the IT in the United States is innovative. If you want to, put that in perspective. But I'm a mechanical guy, so I would be, you know, I'm the wrong person to ask about IT, man.
But also, this guy here got many fields. I'm a former truck driver the same way he's a former truck driver. So he got
Oh,
a lot of skills on his belt.
Okay, so you're a software engineer coding language. Okay, so you're on the software side. I'm on the mechanical side. So I work on, I work on motors and operational systems for residential and commercial properties. That's what I do outside of working at the airport.
You know
So
what?
I'm on the
When he said
side. I'm on the
when
applied
he
side.
said coding when he said coding language, it reminds me that was one of my major high school, which is called COBOL. What is it
Mhm.
called? Something. Pretty much, it's computer language. Like it's a
Right,
different type of coding and language, which you get to get certain things to do what you want it to do. But it got to be in that kind of form of coding. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
yeah, I
Next
do know that when he said that, I'm like, okay, I'm familiar with that a little bit. Yeah.
next year I'm going to the UK to support my friends come. Oh man, congratulations, man. Definitely, man. And hopefully it works out career wise. Just pace yourself. Take your time. Sounds like you're a young man going into a career. So definitely, man. Nice. Yeah, man. I stick to what I know. I stay in my lane when it comes to anything mechanical. I specialize in what I do. I have been doing it for over 10 years. So I am good at what I do.
Yeah, same here. I stay in my lane. I
In my lane, man. Oh,
that
J
I'm able to physically produce.
Oracle. Okay, nice, nice. Oh, you 28. Okay. All right, you 28. Okay. Young man coming up in the game, man. All right, 28 years old. That's what's up, man. Shout out to you, man. I'm 46, brother. So you have you have
Well,
that.
well,
I'm 46 in the game, man.
he have. Yeah, I am. I got 20 years on top of that. So yes, yeah.
Right.
So I have.
But that's good, man. Establish
Yeah.
yourself now, man. Definitely.
So
Hey, nice to meet you too, man. No doubt, man. Tune in with us, man. Show your love. Definitely, man. Definitely. But anyway, brother, I got to start winding down and try to get this job closed up. You know.
hey, no problem, man. You know how it is. I got long as you showed up. I was like, man. I said that he ain't responding, so I just figured I just waited just to see. And then all of a sudden you popped up. I said, all right, cool, there you go. Because actually you said
Yeah,
5 o'clock, so I was at the time. I said, if you didn't show up around about close to 6 o'clock, I was gonna probably cancel and just do another one. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. No, I want to try to come through. That gave me a little time to take a little snack lunch break because I've been going hard since 11 a.m. So I figured, well, let me go ahead and
he said he said don't forget
chop
don't
it a
forget
little
what you
bit.
told he said don't forget what I told you. We go back to the western name.
Okay, no doubt, no doubt. KGF for the movie, man. I'm gonna look that up on Amazon, no doubt. But yeah, man, T.
I'm
Josh,
gonna let
man,
you
really
go back
appreciate
to
the love, man. Shout out from India.
I definitely
Keep
appreciate
on
it, man.
flying.
Look at well, that was cute. It was nice. Well, I ain't gonna say cute, but he said the flying man. That was fun. That was funny.
Yep,
So,
keep it on, baby. Shit up. That's what we do, man. We work to fly, man.
man, you know Butler went to you know that right? You know he went to the ramp supervisor thing, right?
All right. See you, peace. Take care, T. Josh, man. Peace, bro.
He said good day. You too.
Good day, man. No doubt, man. No doubt.
Hey, you
Yeah,
know
what you
Butler
said?
went to the ramp supervisor. You know Butler went to the ramp supervisor, right?
Yeah, I know. I saw him. He actually stopped me.
Yeah.
I cut across the gate. He was in there with his trainer. His trainer got him. His trainer got him come out the track, come out the off roader, and he gave me a warning. He gave me he gave me a handshake. He's like, bro, I was like, I already know what it is, man. Do your job, man. That's on me. I'm rushing bags from the seaside, and I cut across the gate. And he's like, yeah, you can't do that, bro. That's a turn. They gotta let you go if you do that. So I was like, all right, man. I know my bag. I'm rushing. Let me pay. Let me slow it down. Let me slow it down. I'm rushing, trying to
But you
rush
know
the
though,
bag.
but
Huh?
it's good that we have someone but it's good that somebody that we do know they give us the insight
Yeah.
stuff, man. So
Oh yeah.
that's a
Yeah. He
plus.
showed a lot of love, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he showed me love,
So,
man. He gave me a pound, man. You know, I can just tell the way he came across to me. He's like, bro, I want to get you back out here, man. He showed me some love, man. Shout out to him, man. He showed me some love. Brown showed me some love, man. He took care of me. He watched out for me. He saved my. No, shout out, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to him.
so, but hey, shoot,
Take
man.
care.
I'm gonna
God
let you.
bless, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, look, I'm gonna let you go, so you go ahead and finish doing. You know, I want you out here no longer than you have to be, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm chilling in the car. I'm gonna go ahead and lock it up. Go ahead and finish this job up, and then that's it, man. I'm pretty much done. I just gotta clean up and put all the stuff away and do a little finishing touches, and then that's it, man.
All right,
So, all right, man. Peace, man. Till the next time,
all
wine time. We gonna wind it down.
right. So that means,
So,
that means
no
if
doubt,
you,
man.
that means if you off this Thursday and Friday, that means next week you off Wednesday and Thursday, right?
Probably, yep, yep.
'Cause
This is
we only
rotate
got 1 week
Wednesday.
before the new bid start. So
Right,
which is
right. And then my off days on that would be Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, Friday, I believe. Yep.
okay.
Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Monday. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday. So, yep, I'll be off starting at May 18th. That'd be Thursday, I believe.
All right, cool, cool. All right, man, I'm gonna end it.
Yep.
What's that? But like I said, I
All
be
right,
trying
man.
to just be trying to tell people to join in. It's not a specific topic. Talk about anything, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You see that he jumped in, and which it's no problem.
Oh
I like
yeah.
that because he
Oh
gave
yeah.
us more of
He
another
does
insight
represent
that
it.
was going somewhere else. So
No doubt,
yeah.
man. No doubt. He represented, man. Straight from India too. All right, man. I'll see you, bro.
All right, peace, man.
All right, peace.